afternoon, Berkshire students, staff, and families. This is Mr. Clinkscale with your Berkshire News Break for Monday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It's great to see so many Berkshire students and staff participating in Spirit Week and in their Valentine's Day colors. It's just always good to see all of the festivities here at Berkshire. So we have a couple of things going on this week. Today, after school, we do have our musical auditions beginning, and they run from 3:15 until 5 p.m. We also have our baking club going on this afternoon, and there will be a boys swim meet versus Cranbrook at 4 p.m. Tomorrow, we'll continue with Spirit Week, and tomorrow is Twin Day. So make sure you are matching up with your favorite twin. Some of you actually have twins here, so that'll always make it fun. We also have Honors Orchestra going on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., and we are going to eventually be beginning our spelling bee this week. We also have girls volleyball playing tomorrow, the black team versus East Hills at 4:30 p.m. And then the girls volleyball silver team is going to be at Cranbrook starting at 4 p.m. And then we have wrestling at Bloomfield Hills Middle School, and they take place at 4:30 p.m. I also want to remind all of our students, if you are interested in participating in the BPS Stars of Tomorrow talent show contest, make sure you take a look at the Berkshire Family Update. This is to promote and to help fundraise for the Birmingham Education Foundation, and it should be a lot of fun for those students that want to participate. We also want to make sure that we have our students checking our lost and found. It is growing and still growing out of control. Our goal is to hopefully get rid of everything in the lost and found by this Friday as we go into the midwinter recess. So make sure you take a look at it. We don't want to see any of those things go to waste, so we'll make sure that we donate items to charity so that they don't just end up in a landfill. Really important that you take care of your stuff. All right, those are all of our announcements for today. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day, and we will check back in tomorrow during our brief morning announcements. Have a great afternoon.
On April 15th, 1947, when Jackie Robinson walked onto the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers, he broke Major League Baseball's color line, forever changing the sport and race relations in America. Jackie Robinson was an extraordinary athlete, lettering in 4 varsity sports at UCLA. During World War II, he was drafted into the Army. He was court-martialed after refusing to move to the back of a segregated military bus. Robinson fought his case. He was acquitted, then honorably discharged.
So he always had a sense of fairness, always had a sense of racial justice and social justice.
In 1945, because the major leagues remained segregated, Robinson joined the Negro Leagues and played for the Kansas City Monarchs. Meanwhile, sports writers from African American newspapers were pressuring the major leagues to integrate. Branch Rickey, general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, decided he'd act and began a search for the perfect prospect. Robinson's college education and his ability to endure the racist attacks that inevitably would ensue convinced Rickey that it was Robinson who was the ideal candidate to become the first African-American major league player. Rickey signed Robinson to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. Despite racist abuse from opposing teams and taunting by the crowds, Robinson managed to focus on the game. But the cost was high. He suffered indignities because of a commitment not to fight back. Gradually, he built a fan base, excelled on the field, and then was named Rookie of the Year. Even naysayers couldn't deny his outstanding talent as he led the Brooklyn Dodgers to their first and only World Series championship. When he retired, Robinson turned his attention to the civil rights movement.
He's a frontline participant, lending his prestige and his presence to these causes for civil rights.
He supported protests in Alabama, attended the March on Washington, and was one of the NAACP's biggest fundraisers. Yet Robinson saw civil rights as more than a political movement.
He engages in business and entrepreneurial activities. It speaks to his multifaceted approach: do away with Jim Crow, but create opportunities for African Americans.
By breaking the color line in America's favorite pastime, Jackie Robinson opened the door for integration far beyond the baseball field.